Ave Regina,
Mater misericordiae, vita dulcedo, estes nostra salve.
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. When the Magi had departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream and said, "Rise, take the child and his mother, flee to Egypt, and stay there until I tell you. Herod is going to search for the child to destroy him." Joseph rose and took the child and his mother by night and departed for Egypt. He stayed there until the death of Herod, that what the Lord had said through the prophet might be fulfilled. "Out of Egypt I called my son." When Herod realized that he had been deceived by the Magi, he became furious. He ordered the massacre of all the boys in Bethlehem and its vicinity, 2 years old and under, in accordance with the time he had ascertained from the Magi. Then was fulfilled what had been said through Jeremiah the prophet. "A voice was heard in Ramah, sobbing and loud lamentation. Rachel is weeping for her children, and she would not be consoled, since they were no more." The Gospel of the Lord.
The most glorious event ever to take place in our world, also filled with some hatred and rage. Herod, who was jealous of his own earthly power, felt greatly threatened by the message shared with him by the Magi. When the Magi failed to return to Herod to tell him where the newborn king was located, Herod did the unthinkable. He ordered to slaughter every boy 2 years old and younger who was in Bethlehem and its vicinity. Such an act is hard to comprehend. How could the soldiers carry out such an evil plot? Imagine the deep mourning and devastation so many families encountered during that time. How could a civil ruler murder so many innocent children? Of course, in our day and age, so many civil leaders continue to support the barbaric practice of permitting the slaughter of the innocent within the womb. According to UN and World Health Organization, they are reporting per year around 50 million children are being aborted in the whole world. Many ways, Herod's action is not that different from today. The passage that we have heard is the clear evidence for us that this concept of abortion and killing the innocent was not all of a sudden emerged. It had been there before. The passage reveals to us the will of the Father regarding not only the protection of His divine Son, but also His divine will for the protection and sanctity of all human life. It was Satan who inspired Herod to kill those precious and innocent children so long ago. The moment our Blessed Mother said yes to the holy will, the dilapidation of the evil took place. And there onwards, he started to plot against the newborn and was on constant attack towards Blessed Mother. because of the grace of God that was in her, always protected her and defend every evil attacks. What should be our response when we are getting attacked, especially the good values that we carry in our life? Like Saint Joseph, we must see it as our solemn duty to protect every good values, most especially the innocent and vulnerable, with unwavering determination. Though this newborn child was God, and though the Father in heaven could have protected his Son with a myriad of angels, but it was Father's will that a man, Saint Joseph, protect his Son. For that reason, we should also hear the Father calling each and every one of us to do all we can to protect the innocent and most vulnerable, especially the child within the womb. Reflect today upon the will of God for your life. In what ways is God calling you to be like Saint Joseph and protect the most innocent and most vulnerable? How are you being called to be a guardian of those entrusted to your care? Certainly, on a civil level, we must all work to protect the lives of those who are unborn. Every parent, grandparent, and all those entrusted with responsibility for another must strive to protect those in their care in countless other ways. We must diligently work to preserve them from the evils in our world and the numerous attacks of the evil on their lives. Ponder the questions that never makes the other to get vanished. Always think about how can I answer those times when I see or hear these kind of attacks. Lord speaks to you of your duty to imitate the great protector, Saint Joseph. Let us always seek his guidance and intercession so that we also become like Saint Joseph, protecting the innocent and vulnerable.
Regina Celi,
Letare, alleluia, qui aquam meruisti portare, alleluia, resurrexit sicut dixit, alleluia, ora pro nobis Deus,